Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Indiana Hoosiers unit all lined up, and we are ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Indiana's offense will be first on the attack. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And they're able to get him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Fires to the big fella.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes the junior running back. Big day in his last game. Over 150 yards on the ground and a score.
I gotta tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Vega. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the catch. It's Preston. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They'll run it from the gun. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He's past the 30. There's a little room there. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you could tell he made them pay with a big gain down the field.
You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Looking downfield, it's Vega. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the gun, the ground game. Push down for the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The kick is on its way, and that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Beebe. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Quarterback keep. Maybe a crease. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Hoosiers are facing 3rd and inches. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Defense showing blitz here. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Back open in the middle. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. I mean, this guy has some serious guts from its own end zone. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Nice job there by the running back working the middle of the field in the passing game. I think oftentimes when defenders see these running backs coming out of the backfield, they're just anticipating a swing route or a flat route, something to the perimeter. That time, he put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face and found himself in the middle of the field.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, running back on the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. They're working that left side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Vega. Bringing the heat. Now he's going to throw back to the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Keeps it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've got the screen set up. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Great job in the open field making that tackle on defense. You know, you'd like to think your running back in space could make that guy miss on third down, but really nice job with the fundamentals on that tackle.
Kick is in the air. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Makes the grab. It's shot. That stiff arm got him a little space, but he'll be knocked down at the 11.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. They'll try to get it through the air. And now they lost the ball down here. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. He ought to get a little help on this one with that strong wind at his back. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Back to pass, it's Vega. A spectacular one-hand grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
2 hands is coached. You know, 1 hand optional. What a great one-handed stab.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Got a little grass. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then
just steamrolling the defense. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Quickly to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Hauls it in. At the 45 on his way. He's loose on the right. He's at the touchdown. Hoosiers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got room at the 35. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Looking to throw, it's Vega. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Flames, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the air, it's Vega. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. Punt goes out of bounds and didn't do a whole lot to flip field position as they'll take over at the 40. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Got a man, it's Preston. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll run it again. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it.
Touchdown, Indiana! That one will give them the lead. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on! He now has 84 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. On the option. He'll toss it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking for a man. It's Vega. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
These guys aren't human equal. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him.
Picks his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Richard. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Here's the pressure. He's got it. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And you go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for room, it's Beebe. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Back to the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. Keeps it himself. Got enough for the first. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. On the option. Quick toss.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He'll take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
I am not always the most positive guy towards kickers. We all know that. But how about that, man? First opportunity in the game, in the fourth quarter, when your team needed it, the game now tied because of his foot.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw, it's Vega. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Flips it out on the screen. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Got a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Both of these teams off to perfect starts in conference play, and one trying to stay atop the heap. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. Both these teams unbeaten in conference play, and the shape of the race will unfold here in the final moments. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Trying to make magic with his feet. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And now they take the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Looking for a big gain. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. There's some room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. From the 30-yard line on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeper. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Walker. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the first down, and it's a 4th down decision time coming. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Swings it out to the flat. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield, you just dump it down to him and let them.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll try it over the left side. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. Trying to get away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's complete. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.